Let's talk about how do you graduate from homeschooling. The homeschool law provides details about the minimum requirements to be exempt from compulsory attendance. Homeschool law doesn't actually explain how to graduate. Your student ages out at 17, that's it. So basically there's two ways to graduate from homeschooling. One is by taking the GED, which is a high stakes test to show that you have acquired the equivalent education as the high school diploma. Or the other way is to write a transcript, which is an educational resume that shows an equivalent of the high school diploma. Since I'm in South Carolina, I want to tell you about some important details specifically relevant for South Carolina, because we want to translate your students' abilities and accomplishments so the doors of opportunity will open after high school. The transcript is a forever document, so even if you don't think that your grad wants to go to college, they might change their mind 5 or 10 years down the road, and it is much easier to write these things down now than trying to recall them years from now. So if you know where your student is aiming to go, like you know they want to go to Clemson and play football, then you look at the freshman admission prerequisites and work on the NCAA eligibility requirements. But if you don't know for sure what college or even what degree field, then we aim for the diploma track. The South Carolina diploma track includes 4 Englishes, 4 maths, 3 sciences, 3 social studies, 1 computer technology, 1 PE health, 1 half credit of personal finance, a world language or career technical trade skill, and 6.5 electives, the total of 24 at least. We aim for 68 credits per year, and we use this as a guide in order to show the equivalent education. There's lots of variations that can showcase your students' personality and interests in credit titles and progressions. There's 2 ways to earn a credit. One is by covering a certain amount of material. For example, Algebra 1 covers essentially the same content, whatever curriculum you use. Work through the material and it's worth a credit. Some high schools are on a block schedule, so they work through the materials in a semester of time, and you can do the same thing in your homeschool schedule. Cover that material in a shorter time, and it's still worth a credit. The other way is by tracking time. PE is a good example of a course that you can't just read some materials and take some quizzes. You have to move your body, develop the habit of personal fitness, or a specific skill like tennis. You can't just swing the tennis racket one day and say, I've learned tennis. You have to develop muscle memory and skill with the repetition over time. 120 hours is equivalent to a full credit. 60 is a half a credit. You can create a course on various topics like that from project-based real-life learning. We also use the South Carolina Uniform Grade Scale. For whatever reason, South Carolina has its own grade scale. It's a weighted grade scale, not the regular 4.0 that you usually see. On the 4-point scale, all A's are worth 4. Those who use the 4-point scale sometimes use only letter grades. A is worth 4. It doesn't matter if the A is worth 90 or 100 or even 101. It's still all 4.0. But our grade scale designates each number and weight differently. We have to know the specific number grade. Here is the college prep level. CP with 90 is worth 4.0. CP with 100 is worth 5.0. So a student who takes all CP level courses, earning all A's, can have a GPA over 4.0. Then honors and AP and dual credits have even higher values. See how a 95 is worth different GPA values for the more rigorous levels. A 95 at CP college prep is worth 4.5. At honors, it's worth 5.0. And at AP or dual credit, it's worth 5.5. The dual credit college level course with 100 is worth 6.0. So I've seen some GPAs well over 5.0. So be sure to calculate your GPA on this weighted grade scale. That's the local vernacular of EduSpeak that matters, because our homeschool grads are eligible for the state scholarships issued by the South Carolina Commission on Higher Education. Palmetto Fellows, Life, and Hope Scholarships use this South Carolina GPA for eligibility. Many accountability associations offer transcript assistance to help you sort all of this out. Parent-made transcripts are also acceptable, but you will likely need a letter from your association verifying that you were a member in good standing during the year. I offer a step-by-step guide for planning your high school course of study. It includes the South Carolina Diploma Track Worksheet, a course planning template, and goals and interests inventory. Message me for the link or find it in the freebies tab on my site at the South Carolina Homeschooling Connection.